Welcome back to the Knapp'd podcast. I'm here today with Mike Kakuk from AM800. We also have Finn with us. We're going to be driving this F-150 today. Are you excited to bring Finn?
I am excited. This is the best part of having Finn here, and then this beautiful truck. I mean, this thing's gorgeous. I can't wait to drive it. Let's do it.
Okay, let's go. Anyone who might not know you, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, well, every mornings Mike and Meg and myself and Meg Roberts, who is my fairly new co-host.
Yeah.
When you're hosting with somebody for 20-some years, like I did with Lisa Williams, somebody who's there a year and a half is kind of a new co-host. So we're on every morning, 6 a.m. till 10 a.m. We just change times, and people can watch us too on CTV Windsor or the Crave app. So you can watch our radio show, which is kind of fun.
That's awesome. Are you regularly a morning person, or did you have to train yourself?
I kind of had to train myself. I've been getting up so early though in the mornings now for so long. I've been doing this since my, mid-20s or something. So I've kind of become a morning person because of that.
By force.
By force, right? And as you get older, you find it easier to be a morning person because you get to bed earlier. So. Yeah.
How'd you get your start in radio?
Well, it was one of those things where I've always wanted to do it for some reason. I was kind of a shy kid, but I always wanted to be in radio. After listening to the radio, my dad gave me this old clock radio. It looked like almost looked like a toaster. It was from the 50s. He must have had it when he was a kid, and I started listening to talk radio and sports and stuff. I'm like, that'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool to do. So I'm like, yeah, there we go. So then I got in. I dropped off a resume. It was my last year of high school, and I went into the radio station and said, okay, well, here you go. You got any jobs for me? And they called me, and I started off as a producer on overnights and weekends, and then I kept bugging people to put me on the air, and they finally did. So,
that's awesome. So how has your role evolved over time? So you started as a producer, and then what else has happened?
Well, after that, when you get into the building, that was my last year of high school. Then I went to university and worked at the radio station part-time as a producer, and then I went to CJAM, the university radio station, and did a show there. So I'm like, okay, look, here's what I'm doing. And then you put it on cassette and they listen to it, and they're like, okay, well, you're not very good. So then finally I was good enough, and they gave me a talk show for young adults on AM800 Sunday nights, and did that for a couple of years or something, and that was cool. And then finally they gave me a shift. I did overnights on 89X for 3 years or so. I did weekends, overnights, fill in, and it was cool. I was on the radio, I was playing music, and it was fun, but I wanted to be in talk radio. And then finally I moved over. This opportunity came up to be an on-the-street reporter on the morning show on AM800. So that was what I did. I would drive around like this, maybe downtown Essex, and talk about, well, there we go. We got a new building coming up in Essex. They're building something right here on Main Street on Talbot and Victoria. You can go out and check it. It's supposed to open this time, and it's going to be a brewery and all this stuff. And I would just drive around doing reports, or if something happened on Highway 3, I would go report on the crash. And then I became the fill-in host when one of the hosts was away, and then eventually that led to being the permanent host.
Yeah, it all seems so easy when you just lay it out.
Right.
Yeah, it's
I'm
so
trying to give
you
you the short version.
Yeah.
This is really quick.
Yeah.
And then I've been there ever since. And I'm born and raised here. I was, grew up in South Windsor, and I live in LaSalle now. And it's I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to be anywhere else. So I'm pretty lucky, because radio jobs back then, when you're looking at the late 90s, early 2000s, were hard enough to find, let alone now in the industry when the media has changed so much after the internet and social media and all this stuff. I'm pretty lucky to have the job I do.
We had Kyle Horner on a couple episodes ago.
Right.
And we were just talking about how things have changed so much with radio, and now you got to get into podcasts, you got to be posted on Instagram, and it's just it's a very different.
It's a different. We'll do stuff like this: drive trucks from Knapp'd 4 down Talbot Street in Essex and go for a little ride.
Yeah. What would you say makes someone exceptional in your field?
I think personality is number one. I think personality is what drives talk radio and really any kind of medium. I think, as much as we're a news talk station, I think you've got to show a little flair, a little personality. You got to have a good opinion. You got to do your research and know what you're talking about, or the audience isn't going to respect it. and they're going to know. And I get corrected all the time. No, that's not right. Well, you can't get everything right over 4 hours. But I think like the personality that you show in delivering information, whether it be the weather or the news of the day or a construction project in Essex or Knapp'd Ford had a record year or whatever, you do it with a little flair, and that's what makes you stand out maybe from some other shows.
Yeah. How do you deal with the burnout of social media and just constant online public feedback?
Yeah, I kind of thrive on it. Like, I don't mind hearing complaints about what I do or what I say. I mean, it's really ramped up in the last few years. Like, it is a different world on social media. It's a different world being a public figure, because you put your opinion out there, and people are different now. Like, people are just very, here's what I think, and very, there's not a lot of, so with some people, I should say, the majority of people are fine, but with some people, there's not a lot of manners, and those manners have gone out the window. But I kind of laugh at it. Like, I think it's, wow, that's
good. That's the attitude you have to have.
If you care that much that you're listening to me, and then you're picking up your phone to text in or call in to complain about me, I got you. I got you. You're hooked, right? So, you know, that's fine with me. Everybody has different opinions. I just think people got to be more respectful of each other. Like, we all have different thoughts and different opinions. And that's what talk radio's for. It's a forum to do it, and we love when people call in with differing opinions. I think it makes it more interesting than if you're like, I agree with you. That's boring.
Yeah. Who would your dream guest be?
Dream guest? Wow, that's a good one. Dream guest right now. I've always wanted to interview, and I did interview a few times, some of my favorite athletes. Alan Trammell was the shortstop of the Tigers when I was growing up. I got to interview him. Sparky Anderson, the manager of the Tigers, I got to interview him. He was the manager in '84 when they won the World Series. And Ernie Harwell, which is almost like the reason I wanted to get into radio. He was the play-by-play broadcaster on radio for the Tigers. I got to interview him. I got to meet him. I got to actually call an inning of baseball with him at Comerica Park. And
that's awesome.
That was pretty awesome. So my bucket list is pretty good. I've interviewed Huey Lewis, who's my favorite singer and band. Huey Lewis and the News. For all you people who are my age and grew up in the 80s. So I know, at this point, I think I'd like to talk to Mark Carney. I think I'd like to talk to the Prime Minister. We were talking about him on our show recently, and it's been 1 year since he became Prime Minister. It's like, dude, are you regretting this? Like, do you know what you're getting into? Are you liking this? Like, how long are you going to do this? Are you burned out? I'm asking questions like you're asking me. Yeah,
Mark Carney, reach out.
Yeah, come on, Mark, if you're watching this.
We'll get him in the back seat.
We'll get you a great deal on a Ford at Knapp'd, and we'll have a great interview.
That's funny. What's the most memorable breaking news moment you've had on the air?
It was 9/11, and I know not really a local event, but it was because it affected everybody, right?
Yeah.
And really what it affected here the most was the border, and how the border changed and how it was shut down that day, and nobody knew what was going on. And I think, for a big story like that, it happened at 8:45 in the morning, and I ended up going on for a number of hours to do coverage of that and look at it from a local level, because that's what we do at AM 800. We try to take stories like that maybe are happening in the States or overseas and bring them down to a local level. That's really what we do for people, and hopefully give them a taste of what people here are up to and thinking and living and things like that. As far as local stories here, breaking news, I'll always remember, and this was just before I started, I was a producer at the time, was that big crash we had on the 401. And I think it was in September of, was it 99 or 2000? I'm trying to think, but that was a horrible tragedy.
Yeah.
Just looked like a bomb went off on the 401, all because of fog developing around Manning Road on the 401, and I'll always remember that one.
Yeah. You can turn around.
Oh, the Dairy Freeze!
Yeah.
Woo! I love the Dairy Freeze.
It's the first day it's open, too.
Yeah, actually.
Oh, really? This is the first day, eh? Sweet. We come out here a few times a year.
Get Finney a cone.
Oh, he would like that, everybody.
You've done a lot of work with rescue dogs. Why is it so important to give these dogs a chance?
Well, you know what? There are so many great dogs that are out there that, you don't have to get a puppy. I know some people want the puppy experience. They got little kids and stuff, and I don't blame anybody for wanting that.
Yeah.
But, if you're somebody that loves dogs, cats too, rescue is the way to go. People think well, what's wrong with the dog? Why were they given up? It's usually what's wrong with the owner.
Yeah, for sure.
Is why dogs are given up for adoption. And whether you go to the Humane Society or, we volunteer in our house at Golden Rescue, goldenrescue.org. if you're looking for a golden retriever, like our buddy Finn here, who's just an adorable dog. Oh my God, he made my day when I showed up to record
we had
this.
to have him.
Yeah, right. He's awesome. And dogs are they're special, man. They're so good, and there's no such thing as a broken dog. I mean, you can change the dog. When you show it love, it's going to show you the love. They just want to love you. They just want to love you. And rescue dogs are just, I mean, the feeling you get when you rescue this little dog or big dog or whatever dog, the dog, you're going to get more from the dog than the dog's going to get from you.
Yeah.
It's just an amazing feeling to rescue a dog or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So if you want to go,
I got 2 at home.
Oh, do you? What kind do you have?
One's like a Cocker Spaniel mix, and the other's a Jack Russell mix.
Oh, cute.
And I used to have a Shepherd mix from the Humane Society.
Oh, that's awesome.
The other ones are from Second Chance, and then a rescue around Toronto. But yeah, they're the best. Like I would have a million if I could.
We had 4 dogs and a cat at one point. Unfortunately, we've lost them all at this point, and it hurts. It hurts so bad.
Yeah.
But they're a gift. I just think dogs, especially, I've always been a dog. They're the best.
Yeah, no, they just brighten your day immediately.
They do.
Like everyone in the office today has been just like the mood is up.
Feel, right?
Yeah.
You see this guy running at you and giving you kisses and giving him pets and stuff. It's like the best thing ever. You come home to a dog and they're happy to see. Sometimes your kids and your wife or your husband, they're not thrilled to see you. The dog will be thrilled to see you, right?
Yeah. What's a local hidden gem in Windsor, Essex that you think people should know about?
That's a good question. Local hidden gem, I don't know, I don't know. Like, I love the LaSalle Trail that they built this year and the skating trail they had. Yeah,
I heard about skating trail, yeah.
Not really hidden, but I think, as far as hidden is concerned, I think we have a lot of trails and a lot of parks here that maybe people haven't tried and checked out, whether they hike it or get on their bikes and stuff like that. And I think, like, being surrounded by water, there are so many great spots that you could go somewhere and go, like, Airbnb or rent a cottage off someone, Kingsville and Harrow and Colchester. And it's like you're in a different world.
Yeah.
Like I'll drive from LaSalle, and we do this sometimes. We'll go out to one of these spots along the water and, rent a cottage for a week. And it's like, wow, I don't even feel like I'm at home.
Yeah.
I'm 30 minutes. Like I can go home for lunch if I want and come back.
You don't have to drive too far.
Yeah. So I think just being surrounded by water and it's so cool. And I think that's really the hidden gem is like try a staycation. You don't have to go that far, especially with gas prices the way they are or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't have to go that far to enjoy a vacation.
Yeah. What's a local event that you look forward to every year?
Local event I look forward to. Let me see. That's my thinking stall way of just repeating your question so I can think of something.
Good. I'm gonna use that.
Local event. I love. I don't go that much anymore because of my schedule. But I think there's an excitement around fireworks night and in July that there's kind of an energy. Especially between the two countries and stuff, and everybody gathering, everybody seems to go, everybody's into it.
And it's not nostalgic, like we've all been going for so long.
Right, we all remember they're going there as kids and bringing our snacks and lawn chairs and blanket and stuff like that. And it's like, it's so cool that it's still going on. And I hope, that thing should hopefully continues forever. So that's one of my favorite events, and anything to do with pets. I've emceed so many of those over the years, like Woofaroo and some of the other events regarding dogs. I think I did like sorry buddy, tough break, a dog talent contest last year, and that was a lot of fun. So I think people here are, with all their events, they work so hard, they're very creative, and I like the people that are just regular people that put together events and festivals and do it on their own because they have a passion for it. And I think it's so cool that we have so many of those around here.
There's always something to do.
Always something to do, especially as the weather gets nicer.
Yeah, which it is today. I'm so excited.
Oh, it's beautiful out today. It's a nice March day. What do we got here? It was like 9 or 48 a few minutes ago.
Actually,
we got 11 now, or 52.
I don't know if you met her, but our receptionist, Renee, is a huge fan of you. She's
Renee,
so excited.
Awesome.
But she was saying you hate doing the weather report. Is this true?
No, okay. See, I hate doing the weather report when I'm on by myself. So when one of us is off, we have to host solo. And I've been doing that for the last couple of weeks. And so I was complaining about it the other day.
Oh.
I am so sick because you read the weather about 4 times every half hour. It's like, oh my God, how many times can I say a mix of sun and cloud and a high of 11 or 52? Like,
look out the window.
Right. So I had callers call in. We have something where on the iHeartRadio app, when you're listening, there's a microphone button. You can record and send us a message that way. So I had people record themselves doing the weather.
That's what you were saying.
And then I played it. So that got me out of some work. So that was good with me.
What's your dream car?
Dream car? Well, I might be driving it right now. This thing is sweet. And I love like the newer cars because mine's a few years old now. What are we driving? Like a F-150 XLT, I think, Lariat?
Yep.
Yeah. This thing is like just a beauty. Like you feel like you're in a luxury vehicle, but you're in a truck.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like a truck. But you know what I love? Like whatever the top end, you guys might know, Bronco.
Oh, yeah.
I love the Broncos. I think they are so awesome. I think
amazing,
they're so cool, and I've driven a Jeep before. Do they come in manual transmission, the Bronco?
They do, yeah.
See, I missed driving that. My truck didn't come in manual transmission. I missed driving stick, so I don't know. I'm going to have to look at the Broncos next time, I think. But I do like having a truck, but you're always everybody's friend.
Yeah.
Hey, can you help us move this?
Everyone's moving.
Yeah. Help us move the fridge. Help us move this. Like,
I couldn't help but notice you're a Seinfeld fan. I'm a fellow Seinfeld fan. What's your favorite episode?
My favorite episode? Wow. Jeez.
Yeah, I know.
How do I narrow it down? There's so many good ones.
There's a lot of good options.
Yeah, there are so many good ones. And it's funny because I make so many Seinfeld references on the air. And with Meg being way younger than me, she's like 20 years younger than me. She has no idea. She's never seen the show. She doesn't even know what Seinfeld is, like barely.
It's a crime.
It is a crime. But my favorite episode, I like the contest. We won't go any further with that for people that are watching. Let's see, what else?
Parking garage is a classic.
The parking garage is classic. I think some of the ones in the first few years are better than the ones that are later on in the series. They're all good, but I think because I'm a big fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm and Larry David, one of the creators of Seinfeld, I think he's a genius along with Jerry. So
Okay, final question.
Yes.
Would you rather free Antonino's pizza for life, or Detroit Lions win the Super Bowl?
Oh my God, that's a tough question.
Yeah,
that is tough. Geez, I think I've had Antonino's. I don't know where I'm going. You want me to
anywhere is fine. Yeah.
Okay. I've had Antonino so much in my life. I usually have it once a week, and I love it so much. It's my favorite thing of all time, right? It's so good. You guys need one here in Essex. We gotta get Joe and the team to
let them know.
Open one in Essex right here on the main drag. But I think I gotta go Lions Super Bowl because I've never tasted, seen, looked, heard of that before. I mean, they haven't even got there. So, and I thought a couple years ago they lost in the NFC Championship game, and I still have like nightmares about that. I'm like, this was their chance. This was it. They were like 30 minutes away from going to the Super Bowl. No Super Bowl.
Oh, well, hopefully one day.
One day, it's got to be. Hopefully, I'm not dead by then.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Don't get dead.
Thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. That was fun.
Enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm glad you had a good time. Do you have anything coming up? Anything you want to plug?
No, just the show. Tomorrow morning, every weekday morning, we're on 6 a.m. till 10 on AM 800 on CTV Windsor. You can listen to us on the iHeartRadio app, so you don't have to hear like static on AM on your radio. Nobody has an AM radio anymore anyway. But just listen, watch every day. If you've never watched before and you're seeing me for the first time, like, who the heck is this loser? Well, tune in and see what kind of loser I am and what kind of relationship Meg and I have on the air, because it's a lot of fun, and we have a lot of fun. We encourage participation for the listeners. So that's it, 6 till 10, AM 800, CTV Windsor every weekday.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you, Finn.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
What a good boy.
He's such a good boy. He didn't make a